I found the video very interesting and sort of difficult to take seriously. I thought their idea of self-esteem was a little warped. And secondly, I found the thought process to be overly simplified. Some examples of that was like it was almost like a caricature of the self-esteem movement is what's happening in the video. In one case, they talked about how successful people are self-confident people, and the way to gain self-esteem is by ridding the world of failure, by taking competition out of the world, which is so unrealistic. And then to argue against that point, they now brought in convicts and aggressive people, and now they're saying if you have self-esteem, if you have too much self-esteem, this is what you're going to look like. You're going to end up in prison or overly aggressive. So I found it just the argument to be extremely faulty and just comical and hard to take seriously. But in terms of how I feel about failure and competition, I think these are things that are inevitable. So creating an education system that is without it is essentially allowing and setting up our children for failure. I think, failure and negative emotions are huge learning opportunities for all of us, children and adults. I think what's lacking is the support to reframe failure and to reframe successes. I think there needs to be work on developmental strategies on how we talk to ourselves after those events happen, because a lot of times we tend to sort of attach our identity to it so much, and I think this is just exacerbated in the height of social media, and when literally kids that are 12, 13 and whatever are now gaining a lot of successes in the public field, that creates such a amount of pressure for all the other children. So I empathize with that, and I think getting rid of that is not the answer, but helping children reframe that in a healthy way, in a way that's supportive of their growth, is what is needed.